Good evening. It's Wednesday night and it's just after 7 o'clock, and this is Keto Confab. We're a group who want to support each other in living the keto lifestyle, particularly according to the teachings of Dr. Annette Bosworth. And I'm Elizabeth Hanson, and I host this along with my husband, who may not be here tonight, every week, and anyone is welcome. So this week we had a holiday, 4th of July, and a lot of people go to cookouts and stuff, but I actually think cookouts are a great place for keto people because there's always meat on the grill that you can eat, and people make all sorts of salads and stuff. Some of them, with noodles and other things that we wouldn't want to have, but a lot of times the salads are salads that we could have. So I think cookouts are good. For me, last week in our meeting, one of the group members talked about trying to figure out her protein versus fat consumption. And I realized, you know what? It's probably been 5 months since I last was plugging my foods into Chronometer. And I wonder how I'm doing on my ratios and everything. And so starting July 1st, I started putting in all my food and my exercise and everything back into Chronometer. And oh boy, I was going over on protein every single day. And some days I was over on carbs, and other days I was really raking in the calories, which I know we don't typically follow calories, but typically when I'm cruising, when I'm on cruise on keto, I'll take in 800 or 900 calories a day, and I will be full and I will be getting all my macros and hitting all my target areas. But I was not hitting my target areas and I was eating 2,000 calories. So no wonder some pounds have creeped back on. But that first day was very eye-opening, and I cut back on everything. And now I'm getting back into the cruise groove. And I've already lost 5 pounds since Friday. So, yay, that's good. But, and my husband, he's like, well, come on, you did this for a year. Didn't you know what you were eating and everything? And I said, yes, but the thing is I would make a big thing of egg salad and I wouldn't weigh it. I'd just fill the bowl up, with the egg salad that I made. And I was probably eating 4 eggs rather than 2 or 3 because it was very delicious and yummy. And I just wanted to eat more. And then I went through a period where I would have a little bit of ice cream each day because I just love ice cream. But no, that's over. That's over. Yeah. So, but anyway, so I'm getting back to where I was. And I think for me and my type of personality, I probably should be logging all the time. Scott seems to do well not logging, but then again, he's not a person who has cravings or wants to try a new food or go off his scheduled food plan. He's a very regular dude. Anyway, so that's my story and that's my week. And what do you guys think about logging? Do the two of you log all the time, or do you think it gets annoying and you don't like it, or what?
Well, when I started with the program with the keto program with Dr. Boz, I logged all the time, very carefully. I mean, I weighed everything I ate and put it in, and I lost a lot of weight at the beginning because you always lose weight at the beginning. The first 6 months, I probably lost most of my weight. And then, it slowed down after that. And then you quit weighing because you're happy with where you're at and all, but I've had a couple pounds creep back on, and I've thought about being a lot more strict with my weighing and measuring. And I just haven't got motivated to do that yet. So I'm glad you have. Maybe I will. I come to these meetings to try to stay motivated doing it because it's easy to have the carb creep come along or eat, like you said. I don't have a problem with not eating enough meat. I mean, with eating enough meat because they say you can't eat enough protein. You can't eat too much protein. So I've read that many places that the protein you eat, I mean, there's a minimum level, there's not a maximum level. So there's different ideas and different points of view that you may have read or watched on videos. But I know it's the carb creep and that you have a little bit of here and a little bit there. Oh, I just have a bite of this, or and it does add up. And that's where I'm at too.
Yeah, my biggest area of creep has been the yogurt. I went from eating one little thing of yogurt each day to 2 a day. And, that adds some fat because it's not low fat yogurt, but it also has sugar in it because I haven't found a brand around here. I know Walmart has the Good Eats or the Good Too Good or
Too Good, yeah.
Yeah, Too Good brand, but that has stevia and that causes me to have problems breathing. So I can't have that. So I have to, I haven't found another brand. And some brands will make me feel congestion and have a runny nose and stuff, but I found a brand that doesn't. But unfortunately, yeah, it's got too much sugar. And so I've weaned myself back down to just 1 a day. And I have 1 more in the fridge and I'm going to eat that. And then that's it. I'm not going to purchase again unless it's a treat,
I remember when I was a kid, many moons ago, that my mom had a yogurt maker and we made yogurt ourselves all the time. You started with something and then you always kept a piece of what you had made and to make the next batch. So have you ever tried making your own yogurt?
Yes, actually, I used to make my own yogurt. Boy, I think we were still living in Illinois when I did that.
A long time ago, most likely.
Yeah, long time ago. And I had a yogurt maker, but got rid of it along the way. And I don't want to purchase another one because I'm not technically supposed to be eating milk products at all. Because technically I'm sensitive to them. But thus all the respiratory symptoms I have and stuff, but I just love them so much. And they're such a nice little cold, creamy treat, and they keep me away from the ice cream.
Have you ever, Diet Doctor has a quick and easy ice cream that you just put in a little, I just put it in a container and you just shake, you put the ingredients in and you shake it for 5 minutes, shake it, and then you put it in the freezer. Now, and I've made that a couple times and it was good. And I would put, and I don't remember the recipe, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But, and I'll just look for it while we're talking.
Okay.
And I don't remember. I think I made it with erythritol, which makes it really hard ice cream. And then I made it, they said if you put xylitol in it, it made it softer ice cream, and it did. I did do that. But I threw my xylitol away because it's kills dogs.
Yeah, the xylitol makes my blood pressure go up. I feel it rising. I mean, even if I get a toothpaste that has xylitol in it, my face flushes and stuff, so I don't use xylitol. I didn't know it kills dogs, but that's okay. We don't have any of it.
Yeah, it's poisonous to dogs.
Yeah, the erythritol. I think the last time I tried erythritol, I got diarrhea.
Well, you can use the one that you want, the sweetener that you want. I mean, those are just some they talk about, but I think that you're welcome to, I mean, you can try whatever ones you can tolerate.
I have a sucralose. I have a sucralose in the cupboard that I've not used yet. I haven't even opened the package yet because I cannot start making, keto treats for myself, or I just make them all the time and I eat them all the time. And that becomes I'm an addictive personality. And it's a good thing I never got into cocaine or something, because then I'd really be lost. Yeah, it's a real problem. But yeah, no, I'll take the recipe and I'll see what I can make with it.
Okay, half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Can you have that?
Okay. Yeah, the heavy
Um,
whipping cream doesn't bother
1
me.
egg yolk,
Okay, that's fine.
vanilla extract, and 1
Okay.
tablespoon of erythritol or xylitol, but you can put in and try
I'll
whatever
put the
you want.
sucralose. Yeah.
Yeah, try the one that you can have and tolerate. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the best you can do. Anyway, that's it. To make the
Wow.
vanilla ice cream, add all the ingredients into the portion size mason jar, or shake it. Shake for 5 minutes and put it in the freezer. That's it.
Well, I'll have to try that.
Okay, so I'll send it to you.
Okay. Now, speaking of recipes, I happened to peruse. I saw delicious keto snack to get you back on track, and so
yeah.
I clicked on it, and it's half a jalapeno pepper. No, a habanero pepper, and you take all the seeds and everything out, and then you fill it with cream cheese, and then you put a little sausage in there, and then you wrap the whole thing with bacon, and then you bake it in the oven for an hour. Man, that looks good. But I got to do something about the jalapeno pepper because I don't eat peppers. So, but I think I could put tomato with it, like a tomato slice or something with it. And that would work too.
You don't like any peppers?
It's not that I don't like them;
I
they don't
understand.
like me.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, you just figure out what you can put in there, or just don't put anything. Just take the sausage and then take the filling and then just wrap it in the bacon.
Yeah.
And just forget the pepper.
Yeah. Just forget the pepper. You can have the pepper. Scott can have all the peppers he wants.
Or make it in the pepper, but just don't eat the pepper. Just scoop it out, the cream cheese and stuff out of the pepper.
Yeah.
So you might get the flavor of the pepper, but you're not eating the pepper.
Yeah. That just looked so yummy to me when she was
when you
making
make it. You make a couple with the pepper, you make a couple without the pepper, and then maybe think about something else and just,
yeah.
Because when you're making it, you can try different.
First, I have to find the little sausages because I don't think I've ever purchased them. Are they made out of pork or beef?
I don't know about the little sausages, but are they like little hot dogs or something?
Yeah, they're little mini hot dogs.
I know my mom used to when she would go to events, she would take a crock pot and put barbecue sauce and then put those little hot dogs in them. And it was easy to take someplace, to a party or family get together or something. Anyway, I think she bought just a package of those little hot dogs in the grocery store, in the meat, like maybe with the hot dogs or something. But I don't know what they're made out of, or maybe there's different types when you're in there.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, do you all use the riced cauliflower for things, Tammy?
I have in the past when I was really making things keto-y, and my husband would cook, and we did we've made like chicken fried rice with cauliflower, and I've done different things with cauliflower that I can't think of offhand, but yeah, I've done different things with cauliflower.
Yeah. Our middle girl is keto with us, our autistic daughter, and she has some sort of cauliflower, riced cauliflower every day. We make it into some sort of something for her, and we're looking for some more because sometimes we go to the Walmart and they just don't have any, and it's like, I wonder if this is a worldwide
Well, you can probably just buy cauliflower itself and cut it up.
Yeah, that's what Scott does.
And we do that sometimes. We buy the heads of cauliflower, but that's much more expensive actually than buying the rice cauliflower at Walmart.
I think they have them in the frozen section too. Have you bought frozen?
Yeah, but those are
And
still more
frozen-
expensive. The florets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, those are.
What if you buy, when they have are you talking over like in the veggie section where they have the prepackaged stuff? Is that where you buy it? Is that what you
Yeah.
do buy? Okay, so if you bought a couple packages, could you freeze those?
Oh, yeah.
So you can maybe, but if she has some every day, you know, you're going through a lot of it.
Yeah, we go through a lot of it. And so like we'll go to Walmart and buy 12 packages at one time and put them in the
between
freezer.
her and I, we go through about maybe 12 ounces of it a day.
Oh, that's, yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't use it because it's too much starch for me. Occasionally I get a hankering for something, and so I'll steal a half a cup or a cup from them, but I don't typically use it. So I try and stick with my steak and my eggs most of the time.
And tomato.
And
I
tomato.
I have read articles about, you know, having cauliflower, you know, not being able to find the cauliflower, that the stores are just selling so much more of it now with all the low carb stuff. And it was just an article about, I think it was a while ago I read it, but they talked about the stores are having to buy more cauliflower type because people are just buying more of it now.
Now, Scott, you put in some cauliflower in our garden this year.
Yeah,
didn't you?
we're growing 8 cauliflower plants. Yeah.
Well, that will last you a few days.
Yeah, you know, well, if we get good heads on them, you know, I mean, each head may last 2 days, you know.
Yeah.
It's something anyway. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you can
gardening's kind of a
try it and
hobby.
see. If it works out
Right.
good, then you can get more.
Yeah, if it works out well, next year, honey, we'll just plant the whole yard in cauliflower.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, during the Second World War, in England,
But the
they
cauliflower
planted.
can't grow any more than 4 inches high, though.
Yeah, because of the. Yeah, no, I think they need to grow a little higher than that.
Because of the city lawn ordinance.
Yeah, the city lawn ordinance. Yeah, fabulous. Okay. So yeah, those are my discussion points tonight. Anything you want to talk about, Tammy?
I just wish I could be a little bit more motivated to lose the 5 or so pounds that I've gained in the last few months. I did stop buying the keto desserts that I told you that the bakery down the keto restaurant down the street would have them, and I would buy them all the time. They had these wonderful little truffles, and you could buy them, you know, a package of 6 or something for like, there might be $1 a piece or something. So I quit doing that. I quit buying the brownie. I quit buying all the good stuff that I would just eat all the time. So I quit doing that. However, if I do go in there for dinner, like they have a keto dinner, if I do go in there, I might get 1 truffle, but it's 1. It's not 6, and I'm going to eat them all the next 3 days. So I didn't feel too bad about buying just 1 when I go there to have dinner. And so I have cut back a lot on my keto treats. Another doctor I follow says, you know, that you can have no calorie drinks. You know, you can have pop and you can have, I mean, there's sweetened drinks, but there's no calories. And I have been doing that I drink a lot of that. Now I think that might be a problem too. So I'm not sure that I want to give that up, but I'm going to try tracking and being a little bit more strict. I always wonder about this, and maybe you'll have some insight on this. So you can eat 20 carbs a day, but what if you ate all 20 at one time, or 20 over your day of 2 meals or 3 meals? I mean, does that make a difference if you eat your 20 carbs all at once? I mean, how does your body know that you're eating more than 20? And why could you eat 20 for lunch and nothing for the rest of the day? I mean, it's puzzling to me how your body works because it's just something I think about every now and then.
Well, here's what happens with me, because I check my blood a lot. Well, I used to. That first year I was doing keto, I checked my blood a lot
Yeah.
for ketones and my blood sugar. And I saw if I ate all 20 carbs at one time, my blood sugar would be higher than it would be if I had just eaten, proteins or fats. So that's one thing. So if you eat all your carbs at one time, you're going to have a bigger spike in your blood sugar. Then the other thing I noticed is that the closer to my eating my 20 carbs, I test my ketones, the lower my ketones are. So if I'm 5 hours since I last had my carbs, and if I had 20 carbs or more, my ketones are going to be non-existent. But if I have been 10 hours since I last had carbs and I only had 20 carbs, my ketones are rebounding. They're coming back, So I think it's not a daily thing. I think it's an hourly thing. It's just like if I eat, well, Scott and I were just talking about rice. If I eat a half a cup of rice, my blood sugars are crazy and my ketones are non-existent. And that's a half a cup of rice. And I used to eat 3 times that in a meal, because I really like rice, and I just obliterate my ketones and my blood sugar is insane. I mean, it's 180, and so I think it's a constant flow. Our ketones and our blood sugar are a constant flow. Just because we had a 90 blood sugar at 8 a.m. this morning doesn't mean we're going to have 90 at 8 p.m. tonight, because it's always up and down. And the thing that helps the body the most is to keep it as even as possible. So if you're eating all your carbs at once, you're causing more of a spike and a drop. If you spread them out through the day, then it's more even. And that's just better for the body because it likes to be in an even state. But it is, I don't think, okay, if you eat 100 carbs at one time, which I could easily do that, myself, then the body has more of a spike and it's more of a struggle and it has to put out more insulin to bring it back down. So I guess it's up to the individual what they want to do, but the whole goal is to try and keep everything on a nice, even keel.
Well, I know that in your blood, there's only a very small amount of sugar that is typically in your blood, like 5 grams or something.
Mhm.
So the more you eat, the more carbs you eat anytime, it has to just send out more insulin to take care of it. And if you ate your 20 grams, it's going to have to send a much bigger dose of insulin. You're going to have to make a bigger dose to deal with that, because you have to get back down to 5. I think it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you should eat a little at a time so it doesn't spike.
Mm-hmm. The problem is when I eat my little thing of yogurt, that's 10 carbs, and if I would eat 2 at a time, that's my 20 for the day. And then I can't have any tomatoes, because those have carbs and, the eggs.
Maybe what you should do is eat just half a yogurt at a time.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Says the man who has really great self-control to the woman who has already admitted multiple times she has an addictive personality. No. I have to eat the yogurt. I have to eat
Do
the
you
whole
buy
thing.
a big container of yogurt, or is that individual servings for the 10
But
grams?
individuals,
Yeah, they're individual.
See, that's the problem. If you could buy a 32 ounce or 16 ounce one and then separate them out into
Oh
little
no,
dishes.
I would eat them all. I would eat
Well,
the whole thing.
Well, I can't stop eating peanuts. So if I buy a container of peanuts, they're going to be gone in 3 days. It doesn't matter the size of the container. I understand, but peanuts is my really downfall. So last night I was in Dollar General and they had some individual packages of peanuts. And so they were $1. So I bought 5 because it's still a lot. It was still like 10 carbs because it was 2.5 ounces. But if I just eat one package, I'm not going to open up the other packages.
Yeah.
So I can eat one package, and you're eating one package of yogurt too, and you need to stop opening the second one, which you are doing.
Which I've done.
Oh yeah, what you're doing, you recognize your bad habit there.
Yes.
When you were counting your carbs. So if you could, too bad you can't get a smaller container because you would probably just eat the one container and not go to a second one, but that's not the size it comes in. So I understand. Carb Master, I get Carb Master brand. Well, Carb Master, I've seen it in different stores, and Kroger's is like they put Kroger on it. And those are, I don't know what it's sweetened with, which I know is your problem. But those are like 4 or 5 carbs per the little container. But you can't find it anyway and try it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the 2 good ones they tasted fine. But stevia
disagreed with you.
And I think they only had 2 or 3 carbs per little container. I mean, that was just absolutely perfect. But
I found those first and I liked them and I ate them all the time. And then when I went to Kroger's, because I got those at Walmart, when I went to Kroger's and then I found the Carb Master ones, they have like 15 flavors and they taste a lot better. So I switched. They were a little bit more carbs, so like 4 or 5, but that wasn't that much more. It was 2 or 3, maybe, or 4 or 5. So it wasn't like it was 10 or 11 or 12 or 10, So I've tried different things, and I don't have them every day. I just have them every once in a while.
Yeah, see, I get in a kind of a rut where I let my liver feed me through the morning, and then sometime around 2 or 3, I want to eat something. And so usually I will have some eggs, and then I'll do some work, and then I want a little snack, so I'll eat my yogurt, and then for supper I'll have the steak. And that's the other thing I've been doing wrong. I've been eating too late at night, and I'm trying to bring that time down and not eat after 7. And I made it today. And last night I made it. I ate late last night and I felt hungry before going to bed, but I'm like, no, I'm going to drink this other bottle of water and I'm just going to bed. I'm not going to give in to wanting to eat something, because what was I going to eat then? I'm not going to make another steak at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And I'd already had eggs for the day, and I actually can eat too many eggs in a day, and it doesn't help me. And, what am I going to eat? Okay, I could have a tomato at midnight. You want a tomato?
You were just bored.
Yeah, so I just drank another bottle of water and I went to bed.
If nothing sounds good, you're not really hungry.
Yeah. Well, there was a list of things that sounded good, but none of them were good for me. It's like, hey, yeah. Anyway.
Well, my husband is the cook in the house and he's on second shift. And so I never see him. I get out of work at 4, he starts work at 4. So I just do snacky type things for dinner. I don't really cook anything. Sometimes I'll make chicken and then I'll make a bunch to have leftovers for tomorrow. But so yesterday I had sliced pepperoni from the deli, and it was like thicker sliced. And so I cut it into like 4 because they were kind of big circles. And then I poured some mozzarella cheese on it and put it in the microwave, and that was my dinner.
Hey, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I like cheese. I like pepperoni, but it's half beef and half pork, most of it. And I can't have beef. So
you have steak. Anyway. You said you have steak.
Pork steak. It's pork steak.
Oh,
whenever I say steak, it's pork steak.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like pork stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pork, eggs, and fish are my protein sources.
Bacon. I could have bacon.
Oh, bacon. Yeah. Yeah.
Bacon's
bacon.
my
don't-
bacon's my choice of pig or pork belly.
Oh, see, I don't like the pork belly. We've gotten it before, and I've tried cooking it a couple of different ways that people said, on the neurons group. It's not my thing. I don't know what the deal is, but whatever, you know.
You mean pork belly or do you mean salt pork?
No, pork belly. Yeah.
Pork belly.
And I don't know. I'm a little off bacon right now. I cooked up some bacon to have in the fridge ready to go, just that I have to warm up and everything. And it took me a good week and a half, 2 weeks to eat it. And I don't know, I'm a little off bacon right now. So I don't know why, just not interested in it. The dog's interested, but I'm not. Anyway, so Wilma, how you been?
Doing great.
Are you guys on the road right now?
Oh yeah, we're in Texas right now.
Oh Lord, I hear it's hot there.
Oh, it made 108 today. It was a nice cool day.
Oh, only 108. Oh.
We had a felt like 105, but we just had some rain go through, so it cooled off a little.
Yeah. I think today it got up to 82 here, but it wasn't above like 77 here over the weekend, which was great. I don't like heat. I could not live in 108 degrees.
They said that a cold front was going to come through and it'd get down to 100 on Wednesday.
You have your jacket handy?
Yeah, I might need my winter coat on Wednesday.
Cold front's coming through. It's going to go down to 100. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am so glad I live in the north. I do not.
Where do you live, Wilma?
Pardon?
Where do you live?
Nebraska. But we're in Texas right now.
Oh, Texas is where it's so hot. Yeah.
Anyway, well, does anybody have anything else to share? Wilma, have you seen any videos this week or gone to any other groups or talked to anybody? Anything interesting out there?
I think it was January 29th. Keto Chow did an interview with Dr. Berry on electrolytes, on daily minerals, and something else. And it was a very informative hour. So it's on their YouTube channel.
On the Keto Chow channel?
Yeah, on the Keto Chow YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched that too, just last week.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I should. Yeah. I tried one electrolyte drops thing that you put in your water for potassium and stuff. And I don't know, I must have done something wrong, took too much or something, because I didn't feel right with it. So I should watch that and see.
Dr. Berry is having an event in September in Nashville. That's where he lives, near Nashville. And he's got a lot of speakers coming in, and you can buy tickets to go in person if you want to. But Keto Chow is sponsoring the event and is going to broadcast it live on YouTube.
Oh,
so that is so you get it for free.
Yeah.
And so I mean that's a really good. And I think you'll be able to watch it afterwards too. It's like September 17 and 18. I considered going up there for that, but I was busy that weekend. So I did not, because Nashville's not that far for me.
Oh,
So.
yeah. For us to go to Nashville, we'd have to fly, and boy.
Oh yeah, no, you can watch it all live, or you can just watch it all on YouTube that weekend. All the people that he's got coming for his event. So
do you know if Dr. Boz is going?
I do not. I mean, I didn't hear her name on the list.
He hasn't listed who's speaking yet, I don't think.
Oh, he hasn't? Oh, okay.
No, I've heard a lot of people who's going to be there. Kim Howerton, and is the only one I remember offhand, but I mean,
Okay.
it's online someplace because, I mean, they're selling the ticket, so
Yeah, I'll find
I
it.
think it might be sold out or close to it.
He said there was like 20 tickets left
Only
for the
20?
in-person.
Oh my.
It
Wow.
was a small, it's not very
It's a
big.
small
It's only
venue.
like, it's only
Yeah.
less, I think he said 180 or something, so it's not very many
Oh.
people to begin with, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking online to see how much tickets to Indianapolis are, because we've got a nephew getting married next year. And man, it used to be like $300 to fly to Indiana round trip, but now it's 700. They've really increased the prices. So don't think I'll be going. So anyway.
Well, the planes are just so booked. They have less capacity and people are back flying. And so they're just booked.
Yeah,
And
and then
overbooked.
over the last couple of weeks, I heard they were canceling a lot of flights because they didn't have pilots for them. And so it's like, I think I'll just let that whole flying thing go until they figure themselves out.
My dreaded event, I'm going on a cruise next month. And so I have to fly and I hope my flight doesn't get canceled or do anything crazy because I have to get on the boat.
Yeah. Now, where do you boat out of? Where do you have to go?
Boston.
Oh, you're going to Boston. Okay.
And then, of
Well,
course, I'm dreading the eating on the cruise. So we'll see how, I'm not really dreading it, but I just know that it will be a challenge.
well, for me, it would be terrible because I'd probably do really well the first like 3 or 4 days and then, get tired of having to make myself not eat all the yummy things I see. And then I just gorge myself and be sick. So
Well,
mental note, Scott, don't take me on a cruise.
I can, my husband can get good stuff on his plate and he can get desserts because he will. And I can have one bite of something on his plate, or I can have one bite of a dessert and I can be fine. I don't have to have a whole piece. I can just be happy with one bite.
Mhm.
And I know it all comes down to the choices you make. So I just have to be strong. And if I could do 4 days really good and 3 days not so good up, that would be a win for me, actually.
Yeah. 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 But I do hope your flight goes off without a problem. They said there were a lot of problems over the holiday weekend, but there were also a lot of people traveling over the holiday weekend. So
I'm coming home on a holiday weekend, but
Oh.
I'm coming home on Labor Day weekend. I'm coming home on Labor Day weekend, but I'm flying home on Sunday of Labor Day weekend, which shouldn't be as busy as maybe Monday.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just hope they get things figured out by Labor Day weekend because, this is kind of crazy the way they are. Anyway, well, anybody else have anything else to say? If not, I'll go ahead and close us out for the night and we can all get on with our business. And we'll see you next week.
It's summertime. It's hard to come here at 7 all the time.
Yeah, I know. So, all right, but I do appreciate everybody who comes, and it helps me, and I hope it helps you guys, so